This one, there's a great festival in America called Burning Man. And if anyone's been there, you never forget it. This has got no title. Where do I start? Nothing seemed real to me, so where do I start? I was always looking for an answer, an understanding. You catch a glimpse of an object in the mist, reach out, and it's gone. I was at the Burning Man Festival a few years ago. Sunday morning, 12 a.m, a dust storm blew in. I'm prepared on a cranky old bike, goggles and face mask. I'm prepared for any eventuality. I rehearse all possible outcomes. You have to be quick to catch me out. I cover all angles. I'm as careful as a chess master. I wasn't breastfed. I was raised by the lash of my mother's tongue. She could rip the label off a tin can from 50 yards. Her critic ruled the house, the message being that we were not okay, not at all. We learned early to internalize her monologue, not okay, to preempt her and soften the blow. If you know it's coming, it doesn't hurt so much. If you've rehearsed it, it's easier to deal. You needed a strategy, or you might end up like your sister, Pippi. It's in the name. First child, took the full brunt of my mother's unhappiness and desire for something to be good and perfect. A broken doll that can be shaped at will, her will. By the time I came along, my mother's plans for a master race had gone astray. Mandy, my next sister up, had broken her. She came in with the essence of the 60s, the 1960s, questioning, challenging and idealistic. Mandy had a twin and comrade in arms, Samantha, her basset hound. I remember going to pick her up as a puppy. Her brothers and sisters were suckling. She walked in, tripping over her own ears, smiled, and then peed on the floor at our feet. It was love at first sight. Unlike the housebroken Labrador, a basset cannot be trained. It steals, lies, and pretends to be more stupid than it is. Samantha was cool, Cool Hand Luke, or Randall P. McMurphy, to the inmates of my home, never obeying. Together as a tag team with my sister, they broke my mother's grip, and I followed in the slipstream. At least I tried to follow, but all my siblings were all packed off to boarding school, to the privilege of boarding school. They survived it, the privilege. Where had they all gone? I missed them. Suddenly I was an only child of my mother's sole focus. Sole focus. I hid in plain sight. I was there, but not there, like my father. I can do a good impersonation of being present. I'm a magician who can create holographic doppelgangers whilst I'm away somewhere safe within my imagination. That's how I survived school. Pretend to be more stupid than you are and keep your head down. I learned to act. I learned to act because I wasn't okay, wasn't good enough. I learned to act, to hide fear, sadness, loneliness, and even joy. I hid them so well that soon even I didn't know where they were buried. And if you can't feel those emotions, what's left? A half-life, a Borg, an impersonation of a human being. Who am I? An actor who spent the last 30 years reclaiming himself, trying to learn the difference between authenticity and an act. A question mark. So back to Burning Man. You remember. I'm in the dust storm. A complete dust storm. In the middle of the desert, with my girlfriend to become wife. We can't see 10 feet on either side. Sunday morning, 12 p.m. It feels like a blank page before anything is created. A nothingness. The void. Before our mind projects an image we call reality. And out of the void comes a beat, a dance beat. And out of the void comes a flatbed truck covered in pink fluorescent pom-poms. And on that truck dance naked and semi-naked people. Beautiful, free and sexy. Shaved vaginas that look at you boldly in the eye and say, I have nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to hide. A woman gets off the truck, hands us free condoms. She asks us if we want to join. She dances with us, climbs back on the truck, and disappears back into the void, back into my unconscious, from where it all comes. This will be the last one. This is the poem. Listen, What kind of life do you call this, that keeps its hands so clean from the act of death? That sits slumped on a sofa gazing at pixels in handhelds, iPads, HD plasma screens, watching anything but the event itself, the event of life. Are we really so deceived by this bloodless dream that we prefer the substitute to the real thing? Wake up. Wake up! Images of mobs with machetes hunting down anyone who does not bear the mark of their tribe, ripping them to shreds with the sullen casual gait of hyenas. Look in your mirror, your vanity mirror, your compact, your handheld, your palm. It's your bloody hands gripping the axe, your arms upraised to protect the head, to deflect the slashing blades. Yet you hide behind your mother's skirts, from the sanitized safety of your dust-free IKEA prison, waiting for the soothing white voice of the presenter, as coldly impassive as a psychoanalyst, to tuck you up in bed and tell you all is well in the white Christian world. The savages are over there, not in your heart, under your bed, in your thoughts, when the black Mercedes cuts you up into your lane and murder sparks in your eyes. When your wife betrays the resentment of 10 years with some casual remark that sends the blood coursing through the giveaway veins in your neck. What kind of life do you call this? My fridge is full of dead meat, sliced, diced, prepared from some twitching corpse, but my hands are clean, no blood on my hands. I have killed spiders, ants, and even birds, but nothing so close to home that I may recognize death, smell death, know death, and how he stalks me, sits on my shoulder, and gives me the fire to love this precious, short life for what it is. A short life. Wake up. Wake up. This dream could end tomorrow with a sudden finality that betrays all that has passed before. Like a car slamming into a wall. That black Mercedes whose driver you pulled out of his car at the stop sign, who spilled out armed with his steering wheel lock, whose face you slashed with your righteous anger because your hands aren't dirty, but how you wished for a real blade, for real blood. How I wished for a real blade. It's not you in this picture. Oh no, not you. You get absolved by your poodle god every Sunday. You can Hail Mary it all the way. Press the reset button on your screen and start again with your conscience wiped clean, the memory of a goldfish. But elephants never forget. Elephants never forget. Well, they would if they had 1,000 channels of satellite junk being pumped through their eyeballs. Wake up. We've forgotten everything, but mostly who we are, whose life we are living. We create our reality. We create our reality. We create our lives. We create our truths. We create our love. We create our reality. That cute little cant cuts both ways. Take off our fucking 3D glasses and just be here, just fucking be, for 1 minute. You can only start from where you are, not dream of where you're not. Listen, this is not a life, this is a fax of a fax of a fax. Where's the blood? What do they do with the blood? I am my fridge contents, pre-packed, wrapped up, mummified, cold and passionless. I see vegetables, but there's no dirt under my fingernails. Dead animals, but what do they do with the blood? I'm distracted by taxes, blinded by online banking, ill at the pile of bills in my in-tray, irate at the exchange rate, appalled at the fall in equities. Meanwhile, my cutlery is arranged just so, and the floor scraped clean of breadcrumbs. OCD in my house, while outside the sky is falling. Outside, it's all murder. Thank you. That's the first time I've read in public, so thank you very much. Really appreciated it.
Give it up for Tim Boone.